Alright, I'm live. Doors are open for the tribe. What's up, brother? Good to see you. New strings. Happy about that. And there's Gene. Good to see you too. Welcome to Soulful Sunday. Both of you. Darcy's playing in her backyard. Yay! That's a great day. Give it another minute or so and see if anybody else shows, and we'll get some music going for all of you. Hope everybody's enjoying their weekend. I was really looking forward to watching the NBA All-Star game, and I looked it up yesterday, and it's only on cable. I remember when the All-Star game used to be broadcast on regular network TV, so it's been a while since I guess I've seen it, and that's why. Jake and Hannah and Mace is selling Jake's art. Oh, and the cosplay costumes. Very cool. So you had the you had the job of helping support them by watching your granddaughter. What an arm twister that is. All right, I guess we're doors are open, and let's break in these new strings with a little Steve Poltz and Jewel. I hear the clock, 6 a.m. It feels so far from where I've been. I got my eggs, I got my pancakes too. Got my maple syrup, everything but you. I break the yolks and make a smiley face, and I kinda like it in my brand new place. I wipe the spots off the mirror, don't leave the keys in the door. Never put wet towels on the floor anymore, 'cause dreams last for so long, even after you're gone. And I know you love me, and soon you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Called my mom, she was out for a walk, consoled a cup of coffee, but I didn't want to talk, so I picked up the paper. It was more bad news. My heart's been broken more people in years. But on my coat, the pouring rain, I saw a movie, it just wasn't the same, 'cause it was happy and I was sad, yeah. It only made me miss you oh so bad, 'cause dreams last for so long, and even after you're gone. And I know you love me, and soon you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Yeah, I go about my business and I'm doing fine. Besides, what would you say if I had you on the line? Same old story, not much to say. Hearts are broken every day. Brushed my teeth and put the cap back on. I know you hate it when I leave the light on. I pick a book up and turn the sheets down, yeah. I take a good long look around, put on my PJs and hop into bed. I'm half alive, but I feel mostly dead. I try and tell myself it'll be alright. I shouldn't think any more tonight, 'cause dreams last for so long, even after you're gone. And I know you love me, and soon I know you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Yeah, you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. A little Steve Poltz and a shout out wherever he may be. Stephen Joseph Joshua Poltz, he and his sister, who's 2 years older than him, have the same birthday, and it happens to be today. So I'm going to play some Steve Poltz songs in celebration of his birthday. So here's to Mr. Steve Poltz, wherever you are, brother. Thank you for influencing me like crazy with your awesome music and allowing me to create so many fans from my fan base of his music as well. If you look to the east, where the sun never sets, I'll be there at the top of the stairs, you can bet. So just pick up the phone, make a call, all your own. I'll be there when you say your last little prayer. La la la. la, la, la. You hold your head in your hands, and I don't have a way. I'm inside your body and just hang out and stay. And everybody's asking when you're coming back, and I don't have an answer, so I fade out into black. Who knows how I feel today? I suppose I'll slowly fade away, fade away. And I walk so slowly through the broken glass outside. I tread it on so cautiously, I'm wondering where you hide. And I got notes tacked on my walls and kisses so sweet. And all I do is wonder when again you two shall meet. Who knows how I feel today? I suppose I'll slowly fade away, fade away. Do you hear me talking to you? Oh, hello again. How do you do? Good morning, I miss waking up. I said, oh, good morning, I miss waking up with you. $100 phone bill multiplied by 5. You look like a phone to me. Hey, are you still alive? And dirty plates and bottles, and will it decorate my floor? And I got lots of so-called friends just knocking on my door. Who knows how I feel today? I suppose I'll slowly fade away, fade away. Do you hear me talking to you? Oh, hello again. How do you do? Good morning, I miss waking up instead of. Good morning, I miss waking up with you. Oh, all right. We're doing a little Steve Poltz birthday set today. Got my coffee. Hope you're all enjoying your day. I know Z worked shift yesterday or Friday. No, Saturday. Yesterday. Yeah. So welcome back. Jean's got the arduous job of babysitting her granddaughter while she plays in the backyard. So doors are still remaining open. Hopefully we'll get some more stragglers coming in. Little song Steve Poltz had in that movie, Notting Hill. I love everything about you. And I love the way you comb your hair. And I love the way you sashay in the room. Your perfume lingers in the air. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. I love the way you lick your lips, dear. You've got fireworks in your head. And I love the way you bring me water. When I'm thirsty in your bed. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. You were surely kissed by angels. Just look at the freckles on your face. You've got the devil in your eyes. You disappear without a trace. I love sneaking up on you when you're looking in the mirror. Your eyes look into mine, dear, without guilt and without fear. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. Oh, I wish I knew more Steve songs. I should. I'll play the ones I do know. In honor of Stephen Joshua Joseph Poltz's birthday. This is his 63rd. And we were in our 40s when I met him. And let me see. Starting for his 50th birthday, because he was still living in San Diego, but he goes back every year. He had his 50th birthday bash at Belly Up, is a club in Solana Beach, California, and I drove over to stand for 4 hours in that show and then drove all the way back that night. And any true Steve Poltz fan would not blink at that. It's like, that's what you do. So every year after that, he's had his, he had the 50th, and he had the first annual 50th on his 51st, and he's continuing. He's continued all along the lines of that. So this would be like his, might be the 12th annual for his 53rd, I think. Yeah, something like that, or 13th annual. So that's coming up, I think in another week, next weekend, at the Belly Up. So he has all kinds of friends show up and get on stage and everything. It's a lot of fun. Am I still broadcasting? It's just quiet. Not that you guys have to respond, but there's been no new check-ins or anything. Usually I get a little movement. We had issues on Friday with the audio, which seemed to correct. So just give me a thumbs up or something. Let me know. I haven't had any stream comments. Usually on this end, I get messages saying your frame rate's too low and crazy stuff. Are you guys still hearing me out there okay? Gene says yes. Get ready to type. You guys know your part on this Steve song. First Steve song I got to actually play on stage with him at the Rhythm Room quite a while ago. First Steve Poltz song I ever heard, and I learned it. I love girl, girl love me. It's not all it cracked up to be. Soda pop, the radio on, dedicate my girl a song. Gone are days of simple things, got to buy baby diamond rings. Keep it simple, just don't brag, got to be high speed, low drag, in the Impala of my love. Do-wop, baby, of my love. Where are you? Do-wops, do-wop, baby, of my love. There we go. Do-wop, baby, of my love. Very good. Coffee pot is sold bilingual. Self-help book song. Being single. Everything today is so high-tech. Why can't we just park by the lake and neck in the Impala of my love? Do-wop, baby, of my love. Do-wop, baby, of my love. Do-wop, baby, of my love. Love in the 21st century is such confusion, such mystery. Where's my modem? Where's my mother? Fax incoming. Oh, brother. The stars are out. You look fine. Empty clothes, empty bottle of wine. You got nice gowns, that's French for legs. Let's cook it in the back seat, baby, like a couple poached eggs. In the Impala of my love. Do-wop, baby, of my love. Do-wop, baby, of my love. Do-wop, baby. All right. Yay, Gene got some doo-wops in there. Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for joining in as best as we can over the miles. Making it a nice little sing-along song. Honoring Steve Poltz's birthday today, and his sister also. Born 2 years apart on the same day. His older sister. Let's see. Let's move on up the neck. This is a song Steve had on the soundtrack to that movie Jack Frost with Michael Keaton, where he's a father and then he dies, I think in a car accident or something. He comes back a year later as a snowman. So Steve had this on the soundtrack to that movie. You can say you're coming back, you can say you're leaving. Wish you would let me know so I could stop my grieving. And if the road come back to haunt me, am I gone and I do not know? The sky come back to taunt me, am I gone and I'm feeling low? Gone and I'm feeling low. Don't talk of things that you don't understand. No, don't discuss what you don't know. It never did you any good, no how. Don't leave your things where you've got baggage hanging around. It only makes it hard to walk this town. You can say you're coming back, you can say you're leaving. Wish you would let me know so I could stop my grieving. And when the clouds roll back, I think of you. In the springtime, it makes me grin. And every time I turn around, you're leaving again. You're leaving again. You're leaving again. Leaving again. Leaving again. Oh, all right. No new checkings. Oh, okay. Here's a little song Steve wrote, I think back in Australia. These next two, actually. You ride with the top down, all the boys stare. The scent of a magazine, your windblown hair. I could have tried to get deeper inside, so I sat there alone. Slowly I fried. Hope it's on pretend, and this is the end. I've got piles of old pictures, I've got your clothes on my racks. You can keep most of the records, but leave me the Motown in the stacks. Leave me the Motown stacks. I broke down in Grimsby. I missed you so bad. And I felt like a fifth wheel, a smile when I'm sad. And all of the whiskey in the world couldn't stop my heart from beating. I spun like a top. Hope it's on end, and this is the end. I've got piles of old pictures, got your clothes on my racks. You can keep most of the vinyl, leaving the Motown and the stacks. Leaving the Motown and the stacks. Screw these damn cell phones. Cancer in my head. This genetic chicken makes me feel like I'm dead. Can argue for hours and miles in the night till I just pass out. The fluorescent light. Hope it's on to pretend, and this is the end. I've got piles of old pictures, look at your clothes and on my racks. You can keep most of the albums, but leaving the Motown and the stacks. I've got piles of old memories, you and me down by the tracks. You can keep most of the records, but leaving the Motown and the stacks. Leaving the Motown and the stacks. Oh, honoring the great Stephen Joseph Joshua Pultz, my friend, your friend. For those that have met him, on his 63rd birthday, and his older sister Kathy, sharing the same birthday, born 24 months apart on the same day. Pretty cool. Okay, Steve also wrote this song in Australia, and I love playing this one too. It's called 10 Chances. I only had 1 minute left on my calling card. It was halfway around the world and it was raining really hard. And I only had a couple of aspirin and a half a can of beer. So I swallowed it down for courage, but it was still pretty hard to hear. 'Cause I only had 3 words, but I wanted to tell you. It would be easier if you were here and I could smell you. Words are falling, I don't know. They drift, they pass, they melt like snow. I know I may be the flake, I scrape my knees and make mistakes. I may lose, but mostly win. Sometimes I get soaked in sin, but I fall right back into your arms again. So I ordered 4 cans of Tooheys, and I set them on the trunk. Had a long conversation with a hopeless drunk. And I only had 5 tickets and 6 new friends. So one of them had a hissy fit and drove off in her Mercedes-Benz. Words are falling, I don't know. They drift, they pass, they melt like snow. I know I may be a flake, I'll scrape my knees and make mistakes. I may lose, but mostly sometimes I get drenched in sin, but I fall right back into your arms again. So we played 7-card stud. I had a royal flush. I took out your picture and started to blush. I only had 8 lives. Most cats got 9. So I skipped out on the bungee jumping. Just this time. I only had 10 chances to say I love you. Words are falling, I don't know. They drift, they pass, they melt like snow. I know they may be a flick, but scrape my knees and make mistakes. I may lose, but mostly sometimes I'll get soaked in sin, but I fall right back into your arms again. Yeah, I'll collapse into your loving arms again. Yeah, I fall right back into your arms again. Oh, all right. Well, I used to know a couple of other Steve Poltz songs. I even wrote a song about Steve Poltz and played it. I think it was the first of the 3 times that I hosted him for a house concert, but I have forgotten those. They're recorded, fortunately, somewhere. So I have to relearn that one and a couple of others of Steve's that I used to know. But what I can do is I'm going to play, you've heard me play this little Bob Schneider song from Austin, Texas, because I'm capoed on the 5th fret. And Steve is a friend of Bob Schneider's, and I got turned on to Bob Schneider's music through Steve Poltz. So I thought I would play this little lullaby that Bob wrote. So it's not a Steve Poltz song, but it's written by a friend of Steve's, so close enough. Soon he was a pilot in the nationally known Amazing Ladies of the Outer Ozone. She didn't have no kids, she didn't have no time. She was a woman of her word, she was a fighter of crime. She looked good in the hand, she had a natural way. With tools and no car, she went to UCLA. Everybody said she was as crazy as a loon. When she was a girl, she'd spend every afternoon sitting in her backyard pretending to be a fighter ace in the Japanese military. She liked to make up her mind, she kept her feet in the air. She wore her heart on her sleeve because she found it there. It was all well and good until she met this young man, a young pilot named Steve with a beautiful tan. He spoke English and French and he swam like a swan. He had a mouthful of teeth and more style than Cezanne. He could talk to the bees, he could breathe in the air. He wore his heart on his sleeve because he'd found it there. And they'd sit in the trees and they'd talk through the night while the blind moon swam in the pale starry light. They talked and they crowed and they told what they knew. It was better than beer, it was all strange and new. It was grass all around, it was black up above. It was more than hello, it was something like love. And I don't know why life, it seems to be so hard for dreamers like you and me. when love is love is everywhere. Oh, celebrating the 63rd birthday of my friend Steve Poltz. That was a Bob Schneider song that I forgot. Happens to have the word Steve in it. So Steve and Bob are friends, so I ran out of Steve songs, but I'm playing some other songs that have a direct tie to Steve Poltz in some way. So that was Bob Schneider from Austin, Texas. He's a extraordinary songwriter as well. So New Strings, I'm loving the way they feel and sound. They just need some retuning. Those are getting stretched out on the keyboard, on the neck. All right. Still the same group, and as always, no matter how large or small, it's a very esteemed group of tribes members. So thanks for being here tonight, everybody. Good seeing you. So let's see. I think I was coming back home from South Carolina after I left my previous career, and I stopped into San Diego to pick up this art piece from a coffee shop called Lestat's. It's 24 hours. It's up in it's right on the tip of my tongue. It's a little suburb of San Diego. It'll come to me. Anyway, I'd seen this art piece in there. I was obsessing over it. So they held it for me, and I paid for it. I went and picked it up. And then I also went to pick up a guitar that Steve Poltz was selling, and it is right there behind me, and Steve signed it for me. Then we went to lunch and met a friend of his, this gal who's also a singer-songwriter. So I can't remember the restaurant. We were outside, and I had that guitar case, and I was going to drive all the way back home that night. And so we were out on the curb by where it was parked, and Steve said, "Hey," so he'd sold me the guitar, and he said, "Hey, play some Jim Croce for me." So it was really an honor. I've never heard him play any Jim Croce, but I grew up listening to him playing Jim Croce. So I turned the guitar case sideways, and I sat on it. And I can't remember his friend's name. She was a really awesome lady. So I sat on that guitar case with this brand, well, new to me, Steve Poltz guitar that he signed for me. And I played my favorite Jim Croce song, which he must have heard me play Jim Croce at some point before, or we talked about it. So I played this one for Steve. Well, I know it's kind of late. I hope I didn't wake you, but what I've got to say can't wait. I know you'd understand, but every time I tried to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I'll have to say I love you in a song. Yeah, I know it's kind of strange, but every time I'm near you, I just run out of things to say. I know you'd understand, but every time I try to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I'll have to say I love you in a song. But every time the time was right, all the words just came out wrong. So I'll have to say I love you in a song. Yeah, I know it's kinda late. I hope I didn't wake you, but there's something that I just gotta say. I know you'd understand, but every time I try to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I have to say I love you in a song. Oh, so I got to sit on the curb, sitting on the with that guitar case, that sturdy Taylor guitar case, turned sideways and sat on the large portion of it, and I played that. Renee was her name, for Steve and his friend Renee, who became my friend. So I got to play that for Steve on the guitar I had just bought from him and he signed. And then I said, hey, I wrote this lullaby, and for somebody special. And so I said, "Can I play that for you?" And he goes, "Yeah." So I sat there and I played my bedtime lullaby. And there's a certain place where in the instrumental, where I got to the chords and to the chord progression. I'll tell you, and he went, "Nice," which just made my day. So he really liked something that I had written. So this was my bedtime lullaby I wrote for my friend Amy, and I got to play that as well on that guitar for Steve and Renee. When you go to sleep at night, remember to let your soul take flight. But if you drift away too far, I'll ride a moonbeam to where you are. The stars are calling, and I am falling. As you lay your head to sleep, counting heartbeats instead of sheep, just breathe my name and call me there, and I'll sprinkle stardust in your hair. The moon is calling, and I am falling. And here's where Steve went nice when I went. I love that he loved my little chord progression. If I could lay me down to sleep, praying the Lord your soul to keep, the night is calling, and I have fallen. So sleep you well, my turtle dove. You'll forever be my one true love. So, Yeah, that was my little bedtime lullaby that I got to play for Steve, sitting on the curb after we had lunch with Steve and his friend Renee. And on that guitar that I bought and he signed for me, I get to play that song too. As we're honoring Steve on his 63rd birthday. Now, Steve has played, I've heard him play this song too. And you've heard me play it. He does the traditional Bob Dylan version, who wrote it. I play the Garth Brooks' arrangement of the song, but it's the spirit of the song that remains and that's important. So I love the fact that I've never played it for him, but I've heard him play live his version of this song. So I'm going to play this now because we both share the same musical DNA and that we each play this song or a version of it. When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I would offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. The evening shadows and the stars appear, and there is no one to dry your tears. I could hold you for 1,000,000 years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. There's no doubt in my mind where you belong. I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue, I'd go crawling down the avenue. There ain't nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. Storms are raging on a rolling sea, down the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. There ain't nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you. Make you happy, make your dreams come true, to make you feel my love. Oh, all right. Celebrating Steve Poltz's birthday today and his sister Kathy, his older sister, born 2 years before him to the day. Pretty cool. Oh, thanks for checking in, everybody. We had a slim group tonight, but as always, no matter how large or small, it is an esteemed group of tribes members, so I'm glad to have you here. Celebrating Steve Poltz's birthday, so I played as many songs of his as I could remember, and everything else I'm playing after that has some kind of a tie to Steve Poltz. So I'm going to end on this one. We both were huge fans of Elvis Presley, but even though I saw Elvis live in 1973 on Easter Sunday, Steve got to meet Elvis because the guy that lived across the street from where they lived in Palm Springs when he was like 9 or 10 years old, that guy was he was the manager of the terminal airport in Palm Springs, and Elvis came in, and so that guy called Steve's dad Joe, and they went down to the tarmac and with he and his sister, and they got to meet Elvis Presley. So we're both huge fans, obviously. So I'm going to end on an Elvis song since Steve and I were both fans of Elvis. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you, for I can't help falling in love with you. Okay, there you go, my tribe. A little tribute to Steve Poltz through music on his 63rd birthday, wherever he may be, usually on tour. Thanks for all the doo-wops, Gene, for you and Z being there. Gene says, such a great set. Oh, thank you. Darcy was playing her xylophone. Oh, that's awesome. That made my night. You're welcome, Z. Thanks for being here, both of you. I will be back on Wednesday, as usual, for Wind Down Wednesday, 7 p.m., right here at Mountain Standard. So, again, always, namaste. The divinity in me recognizes and honors the divinity in you. Thank you for keeping yourselves healthy, keeping your immune systems bolstered up. Thanks for being here again, my tribe. Have a great rest of your Sunday, a super beginning of next week, and I will be back Wednesday, and we'll look forward to seeing you then.